Love is just a word. You took me and mine. A letter I wrote to you, gone with the smoke, sky high. You walked with a fury. Your eyes kaleidoscope. I walk with a new name of life. I don't suppose you know. Love is just a word. You took me and mine.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Bahamas and the 2018 PokerStars Caribbean Adventure. Stand by for some world-class no-limit hold'em to be played on this epic stage inside the Imperial Ballroom of the Atlantis Resort and Casino on Paradise Island. Yes everyone, the PCA is back and it's bigger and better than ever before with a brand new poker arena. I'm James Hartigan, alongside me, two of Canada's finest, Griffin Benja and Daniel Negreanu from Team Pro. Daniel, how excited are you that the PCA is back where it belongs, on the poker calendar?
Okay, I'm actually even more excited after watching that intro video. I mean, that was awesome. I just want to play some poker. I'm super excited. The set is absolutely amazing. It's one of the coolest sets I've ever seen. Looks like the action's heating up already with the super high roller right off the bat and a good field for that. I'm still in that one and looking forward to winning the first one.
Yes, you're obviously going to take your seat in the super high roller very soon. Griffin, what a great way to start our coverage with the 100K event.
Yeah, you know, the PCA is such a flagship event for players because it's the start of a new year. I mean, you can kind of feel it off Daniel. You know, he's excited to start his year strong at the PCA. The 100K is such a huge premier event. And who better to start it with at the table than Kevin Hart?
Yes, indeed. And there is Kevin arriving now. His first bullet didn't go very well yesterday, but bullet two, somewhat better, culminating with some carnage on the very last hand of the day.
All in, let's go.
All in and call.
Go, 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 go.
Reiner versus the Whiner.
Go.
And Usain Bolt?
Yes! Yes! Hold on! Ah! Hold on. Don't you do it! Here they go! Yes! I suck it to him! Yes! He's so stupid!
Deuces never loses.
He's so stupid! I was going to spend another 100 grand and I don't have to.
And the Academy Award goes to...
Thank you! Ah! Thank you!
So just to recap what happened there, Kevin Hart with Usain Bolt on his rail, I'm sure you spotted him in the background there, gets it in with King Deuce against Ace Queen, gets extraordinarily lucky when a deuce hits the flop, and then gives Rainer Kemper an extended rub down, and Rainer's still smiling at the end of it, Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, it's rare that somebody can repeatedly say to you, you are so stupid, and you're also laughing. It's very different than when Phil Hellmuth berates you. This is one where you laugh along with Kevin.
Ah, yes! I doubled up. Right before it was time to go.
Daniel, let's talk about your day one. You had some incidents, shall we say, along the way.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rocky start. So I make a king high flush against the ace high flush. There goes bullet one, but bullet two went much better. I was able to get up to about 440,000 to end the day.
Well, 35 players will be sitting down for day two. We have seen 12 re-entries in this event. Griffin, can you get into the mindset of rebuying in a 100K tournament?
I can't even imagine. I know, Daniel, you must have put in, upwards of 500,000 in a single tournament before. What does that feel like?
Well, yeah, there's been times where There have
I'm
been
asking
events-
the questions
well,
now.
you know, when you make the decision beforehand, you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. It's
Right.
like when you're in it and then there's rebuys available and you're like, wait a minute, how much am I in for now? That's when you start to feel a little bit like, wait a minute, maybe I should have quit early. But it's so difficult to do. You know, you're right there. You can feel it. You can taste it. It's a big prize pool. So most of these guys, if they get busted, they're going to re-enter.
Well, we're almost ready to go. The feature table is headlined by Kevin Hart. If we look at the full lineup on the main stage, it's pretty stellar, Griffin.
Yeah, and a great balance of really talented high-stakes players. I mean, you look at Christopher Kruk and Chris Hunichin, those guys have more of an online background representing that crop of players. Eric Seidel, one of the longest-time legends in the game. Byron Caverman, such a steady presence on the super high roller front. And then Stefan Sotomayor, you know, only 23 big blinds, but had one of the best years out of anyone in 2017. So a lot of great narratives surrounding the enigmatic Kevin Hart there.
Daniel, I know you've actually got to take your seat. You've actually got to play on day 2 at the Super High Roller, so thank you for spending some time with us at the desk before we get cards in the air. But it is now time to get the action started on day 2 of the Super High Roller.
Thank you, guys. Hello, my babies. I am Joe Stapleton. The players are getting ready to take their seats. Daniel Negreanu is already in one. Nice one, Kid Poker. Suffering from an ACL injury. Oh, nice of you to join us, Spicoli. Sit down, Kurgles. Well, at least everyone at the feature table was on time. Everybody shut up. Kevin's going to say something funny.
On huge pots that I win, I do hump the table. It's not personal. It's just a form of celebration that I have partaken in. That it's been working really, really well for me. I'll tell you, I keep it to 2 to 3 humps.
No,
max.
that's on a 30-second shot clock, too.
It's 2 to 3 humps. But I just want you guys to know and not get irritated by it, but it's going to happen on pots of 20,000 and more.
Can't wait for that. As Chris Kruk referenced, Joe, this event is playing with a shot clock. Players have 30 seconds per decision. And we kick off day 2 at level 9 of the Super High Roller with the blinds at 3,000, 6,000 with a 1,000 ante. And the action will be on Chris Kruk.
He's a nice boy. I like him.
Fold.
Round to Nick Petrangelo. Now Stefan Sontheimer, 9 deuce of hearts. He folds. Chris Hunichin not going to play the 10 deuce. What does Kevin Hart have? Ace 4 of clubs.
13,000.
Kevin knows he's got ace 4, right? Dude has a bit of a history of misreading his hands.
Eric Seidel has 7-4 in the big blind and defends.
We got action.
Kevin Hart, Eric Seidel, what a pairing. We going on a ride along.
The flop is 10-9-8, up and down straight draw for Eric Seidel. Kevin still ahead for now with ace high.
17.
Continuation bet of 17,000.
With authority. Eric's up and down. He's probably going to take one off. Huh?
All right.
We'll take one. That's not enough to hump. Don't worry, you're hump free on that one.
20K or
Yeah,
more.
20K. Yeah, but I didn't feel it. Hump free. I announced it and then I pulled back from the hump. It's too early.
I'm going to call that move a Casablanca because it was a Humphrey Bogart.
So 48 total entries in this 100K event, generating a prize pool of 4.7 million. A min cash worth nearly $250,000, nearly 1.5 million up top for the eventual champion. And we're heading over to the secondary feature table where it's Daniel Negreanu versus Mikita Bodziakowski. Trip jacks for Negreanu. Bodziakowski's paired is king.
This is not likely to end well for Mikita.
And we're going to the turn, which is the 5 of spades. Daniel now a 95% favorite, and his clock is running.
Well, we know he would probably get paid on a bet.
25,000. Quick call from Bodziakowski. The river is the 5 of clubs, pairing the board. Daniel improves to a full house. And he bets enough to put Bodziakowski all in.
Not a good spot to be in.
Nikita is shuffling his time bank cards. Those are worth 30 seconds each. They buy you additional thinking time if your clock runs down to 0. Bodzikowski buys 30 seconds.
Now, this is obviously a tough decision, but I think Daniel's not going to have too many bluffs here, especially that club's also got there.
Ten seconds. He buys another 30 seconds.
Here we go again. Does that mean I have to do 30 more seconds of analysis now? Because he's also losing the bigger kings. I'm out.
How about the fact that this is a huge overbet from Negreanu? It's polarizing, and Bodzikowski does have a bluff catcher.
He does, but Daniel just doesn't bluff that often in these spots.
He buys another 30 seconds. And he folds.
How many banks was that? A lot of banks.
Nice hand.
Thank you.
Does Daniel win his time bank cards too?
Nope, the chips are enough. Well, start of day chip leader Scott Seaver has slipped down into third place. Justin Bonomo is currently tournament boss, sitting on a stack of 797,000. Meanwhile, we have lost Adrian Mateos, one of the first players out today. We still have Carrie Katz. He actually bought in at the start of day 2.
The student loan tycoon. He plays poker with great interest.
And another amateur player, Dan Shack, who's finished second in the PCA Super High Roller twice. Well, action here at the outer tables between Kevin Hobbs and Sam Greenwood. On the river, Sam bets 75,000. Kevin Hobbs folds. Sam tables a straight flush.
Oh, wow. Gotta show it.
High hand. Well, I mean, I guess you heart wins. Nice hand. Heart wins. I already had the straight.
Sam Greenwood, you straight flushing son of a gun.
We're going to stay out in the field because there is a big pot at one of the outer tables. It's the battle of the guys who are second and third in chips respectively, Scott Seaver and Ivan Luka. Seaver all in with queens against Ivan Luka's kings.
Ivan Luka is having himself a year.
A pot worth 1.2 million and Scott Seaver's tournament life on the line. King still holding on the flop. And on the turn, no queen on the river. Scott Seaver is eliminated.
Didn't he start the day as chip leader? Should I not bring that up?
I have 607.
A ridiculous cooler, which sees the guy who started the day as Chip Daddy bust out in 33rd place.
Started Chip Daddy, now he's like my actual daddy, leaving.
And the boss is now Ivan Luka. He has a huge chip lead, close to 1.4 million.
Hello, new daddy.
We are in the Bahamas for the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure 2018 Super High Roller, where we've already seen the surprising exit of start of day chip leader Scott Seaver, and that's propelled Argentinian pro Ivan Luka into a commanding chip lead. Two players who've won this event in previous years are in the top 10. Bryn Kenny with around 100 big blinds, and with a 130 big blind stack, currently second on the leaderboard, Steve O'Dwyer. And he has just eliminated Makita Bodzikowski from our secondary feature table.
But I didn't even get a chance to sing If You Like My Bodsy and You Think I'll Check Raise, come on then and call me down.
What a pity. Steve lifted the trophy here in the Bahamas back in 2015.
Just made it into port yesterday. The winds were favorable and the sea was kind.
What was that accent meant to be?
Traditional fisherman.
Blinds are still 3-6.
Maybe.
Action at the feature table has been folded to Kevin Hart, who's got King Jack. He is raised to 13,000. Quick folds from everyone, including David Peters, who's just joined the table.
Hey, Nick. How you doing, buddy?
Good luck, man.
Why are you telling me good luck? Good luck to you. Don't bring it over here.
Don't, because I'm like a volcano, baby. Wait until you erupt.
Nick Petrangelo defended his big blind and has flopped a set of 4s.
Whoa, go easy on him, Nicky. He's just joking with you.
What did Nick do? You check, Nick?
Check on my arm.
I need to hear it.
I never verbalize.
I need to hear it. I'm sick of the quiet.
You don't say.
Another spade on the turn.
Nick can't be loving this run out.
What did he do? Check. I need to hear it, Nick. I'm not gonna deal with this.
Kevin can't love the run out either.
Check.
To the river. And Kevin catches a small piece, top pair.
Sometimes these amazing players struggle against amateurs, especially in spots like this. Looks like he is gonna bet though.
10,000.
I have a hand, but I don't have a spade. I don't have a spade, Nick.
Kevin folds.
I didn't have a black card in my hand. Ah, the irony.
Okay, if I order black coffee?
What the, what? Did you just, what did you just say? Did anybody, what did you?
Kevin Hart really does bring out the best in people.
I'm not Kevin Hart, the movie star of these guys. I'm Kev. They know me, we shake hands. It's not a big deal that I'm around anymore. It's a cool thing, it's a great environment. And you know what I mean? Look, it's laughs, it's card playing. And for me, that's heaven.
On huge pots that I win, I do hump the table.
This is it's a community game. Any and everybody can play it. I wouldn't compare it to the other things that I do that act as a career because this is my career. This is fun. Keeps me out of trouble. That's why I like it.
Champ is here.
There will be a moment in time where I'm holding up a poker trophy, and that's going to be enough for me to say I did it.
I'm like a volcano, baby. Wait until you erupt.
They better not let me win one. They better not, because if they do, it's going to be a different. It's going to be a different type of celebration.
Our sound engineer is really pulling for Kevin. He makes overtime whenever he has to turn down his levels.
We pay that guy? Well, a moment ago, tournament chip leader Ivan Luka was moved to the secondary feature table. He is already in action. He has called Igor Kurganov's all in. Ace-King against Jack-10. Igor at risk and behind.
Let's see where we would have gotten if I just called.
Luka always seeming to have the best of it today.
The flop is ace high.
Yeah, that's why I have to get him.
Start, but like
I would have stayed around, okay.
Igor looking for a jack or a 10. The 8 of diamonds doesn't help him.
Oh, check, check. No, he bets again.
I don't know. I don't know. I bet again.
5 outs for Igor. That's not one of them.
Ooh, and I lose. And I bet huge. Okay, I bust anyway. And I go all in. If you check, then I lose anyway. Like, what can I do?
You give full Jack-10 under the gun.
So we lose Kurgels from the super high roller. His chips go to Ivan Luka, who boosts his chip lead with just 26 players remaining. And we're going to the outer tables and checking in on former PCA super high roller champ Bryn Kenny. He's gone to the river in a hand against Daniel Dvoris. Action is on Daniel. He checks. Bryn shoves, and it is all in to call for Daniel.
Can I get a count, please?
It's all in to call for Daniel. It's a pretty dry board. Bryn really could have anything.
Dvoris calls. Bryn tables king-queen for top pair. Dvoris had second pair.
Good game.
He is eliminated.
You don't mess with Bryn Kenny in the Bahamas. This dude has won over $5 million here.
And now he's got 922,000 chips. Well, with Dvoris busting, we are going to balance the tables, and that means we're going to lose Kevin Hart from the main stage.
taking off?
Yep.
Good luck.
Wow.
There are no easy tables in this tournament, but at least he was used to the people at that one.
They'll be joining Bryn Kenny and Justin Bonomo's table. Meanwhile, at our secondary feature table, Daniel Negreanu is up against the reigning PCA Super High Roller champ, Jason Kuhn. Daniel's ahead with a pair of 8s, but Jason has a ton of equity with a pair and a flush draw. Turn card sees Daniel improve to a set. He's now a 3-1 favorite.
Big turn for Daniel, but Jason's still got plenty of outs.
Negreanu bets 35,000.
With straight and flush draws, no shot Jason folds.
So we go to the river, 124K in the pot. It's the 7 of spades, it's a straight for Kuhn.
Gutter ball.
And Jason is the effective stack here with 200,000 behind. Daniel bets half that, 100,000. And Jason shoves.
Another 100? Oh. Holy sh**.
Yep. Kind of painted himself into a corner here.
What?
Daniel has to call, right? He's priced in.
Yeah, but he probably knows he's never good here.
Wow.
This is just never a bluff. Also, it's annoying to have to fold a set.
Remember, this event plays with a shot clock. 30 seconds per decision. Daniel plays a time bank card.
It's a small raise relative to the size of the pot, but not relative to Daniel's stack.
Wow, he lays it down.
Another good read by Daniel.
Very disciplined fold. Jason Kuhn, just below average now.
The dirty river.
Hey, Daniel, stick to oh, wait.
Ooh, that was an ugly river. Beautiful turn. Yeah? Turn a set? Yeah. I was like, come on, call me. Pay it off. And you're like, nope. Eat some of that.
At least it was vegan.
Well, back to the main stage where it's man down. Stefan Sontheimer eliminated. He ran ace-king into the pocket aces of Chris Kruk.
You got crooked.
So 25 players remaining. And let's check in on Kevin Hart at his new table. He opened to 16,000 and now he has been re-raised by Sam Greenwood.
They always picking on old Kevin. Always gotta try to pick on old Kevin Hart, huh? Good hand. Always gotta try to pick on the old Kevin.
15.
All right. Guess I gotta show that I'm a man.
Heads up to the flop, which is ace-jack-6.
Check to the races.
I don't think Kevin would call pre-flop with nothing.
Is he a thinker? Is he a full-time clock thinker?
He's not gonna speak to you.
He talks.
Like you.
25? 25,000.
That is a small bet.
Buddy.
The turn card is the 6 of clubs, pairing the board. 2 flush draws out there now.
Are you not gonna speak to me for real?
I can speak to you.
Check. Sign. Sign.
I think whether Sam's got it or not, he's going to keep betting.
That's 70,000.
I'm all in.
And Kevin check raise shoves.
It's tough to bluff rich people.
10-3 suited.
No, you didn't call. What happened? What happened just now? Did I win?
You won.
Wait, did I? What happened?
You got scared.
Did I just win? Did I catch the guy trying to steal because they think that I'm not a man? Woo! 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 Kicking ass. I'm so sick of this. Ever since I was little, they've been.
Stop picking on the multi-millionaire.
Well, it looks like we've lost Byron Kavman from the featured table. We're down to 24, and it's redraw time.
Time for everyone to rack up and find out who the new nightmare on their left will be. Seems like a good time to take a look at the leaderboard. Ivan Luca is still on top. Kenny, Bonomo, and Negreanu all in the top 10. Not in the top 10, Kevin Hart. However, he's still getting plenty of attention. Let's kick things on over to James and Maria Ho.
Now, Kevin is a polarizing figure. I think he's hilarious, and I enjoy having a big personality at the table. But so many people watching are just so angry that there is someone who they feel is distracting from the game.
Yeah, and understandably so. This is a $100,000 super high roller buy-in. So it can get a little bit off-putting, I think, to hear somebody constantly talk, especially when other people might have big decisions. But I'm a fan of Kevin's. I find him to be thoroughly entertaining and good for the game.
Well, I can tell you, Maria, that the redraw is done, and Kevin is coming back to the main stage.
Woo! I got the TV table.
Please stay with us. It's the Super High Roller Day 2. $24 remain in the 100K Super High Roller at the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure 2018, and they have just redrawn for seats. Now, position is everything in poker, but there's one man who makes an impact wherever he sits.
When Kevin Hart sits down at the table, it changes the mood entirely. Like, obviously a high roller playing for millions of dollars. People are very serious. Kevin Hart does not allow any serious.
What did you just say? What did you just...
He's a truly nice guy. He's nice to the players, he's nice to the dealers, and he's funny as hell.
I just laugh along with him, and he pretty much just puts on a show. He just makes the game lively, and I like that.
Did I just win? Did I catch the guy trying to steal because they think that I'm not a man?
And table talk can be a valuable weapon against some of the more seasoned pros.
Outside of Daniel and maybe a couple others, these are people that don't converse. They don't talk. There is no persona. So when you're a person that can go and force people to do what they're not comfortable, then the tables turn.
And Kevin's table is typically turned so the cameras are facing directly at him.
We still in it, baby. We're on the feature table right now. Swipe up to watch me play live right now. Shout out to PokerStars. We going for it all. First place is like 1.5 mil. I need it. I'm trying to get it. Swipe up, watch me play. I'm rubbing elbows with the best in the world, and guess what? My elbows are big. That didn't make sense. I'm sorry. I did it again. When I start talking trash, I don't have a punctuation.
Eric Seidel taking a moment to meditate. He is inside the top 10 right now. Ivan Luca still the monster chip leader with a stack of 1.6 million, 200 big blinds. Chris Kruk and Bryn Kenny sit behind him. Well, we've got the tournament boss on the main stage, along with the reigning PCA Super High Roller champ, Jason Kuhn, plus two amateur players, Kevin Hart and Frenchman Jean-Noel Thorel. Blinds right now, 4,000, 8,000 with a 1,000 ante.
Okay, I think Kevin's done for now. Let's just take a second, enjoy this. Nope, shh, nothing. Okay, go ahead.
Ivan Luca with pocket aces.
I think he's going to raise, personally. That's aces, in my opinion, is one of the best hands you can do.
Solid analysis. That's why we pay him the big bucks. 18,000 Luca opens to. Folded around to Timothy Adams, who's got ace-queen.
I feel really good about this tournament, guys. Take it how you want.
What do you got, like 400?
A little over. I just feel good about it. You know? I can hurt somebody.
Somebody's about to get hurt, and his name is Tim Zero Thee.
Yeah, his clock's running down.
All in.
He shoves.
Double twice your chip leader.
All I'm saying is be careful. That's all I'm saying.
You guys, not now. There's an all-in.
What is he?
Do it again. You do it again. You hear me? I'm not gonna tolerate it.
Lucas snap calls with aces.
That was a pretty big shove, too.
That's how you do it, huh? Sit down, pick up aces like that.
About as big a favorite as you can be in this spot.
Just a 7% chance of survival for Timothy Adams. The flop, 9-5-5.
5-5.
Well, Adams does need runner. The turn card has him drawing dead.
All right, good game. Good luck.
Take it easy, man.
Good luck, boys.
In the words of Al Borland, I don't think so, Tim.
Even more chips for Ivan Luka, having dispatched Timothy Adams in 24th place.
That's how the pros become pros, I guess. Easy to be a pro when you get aces.
It's like saying it's easy to be a comedian when you sell out a stadium. Ivan knows what he's doing.
Well, Luka's been on the cusp of a high roller breakthrough for a number of years now. With more than a dozen six-figure scores to his name, he sits at number 1 on the Argentinian all-time money list.
Bueno, ganar para mí es muy importante y tengo ganas de seguir haciéndolo y creo que se vienen todavía cosas mejores en mi carrera, así que espero poder demostrarlo con resultados.
Sí.
I'm gonna bust you. I'm a firm believer in poking the bear. I'm poking the bear. I found the bear that I'm poking the bear.
Estoy metiendo el oso.
Joe's been watching Dora. David Peters first to act here.
Who are you laughing at, Tracksuit McGee?
Luke is out. Think of the verbal clarification, Jason Kuhn.
Man, if the people in his hometown find out he says pass like a European, he'll never be allowed back at the Waffle House.
8-6 of diamonds for Sam Greenwood. He opens to 20,000. Kevin has ace-king on the button. And that's just a call.
Interesting. A lot of amateurs play this way, waiting for a safe flop.
Jean-Noel Threl has folded the small blind. Eric Seidel gives up the big blind, so heads up to the flop.
And the reason you want to re-raise with ace-king, as you can see, you're not a gigantic favorite against 2 live cards. You got to get them to fold.
The flop is king 6-5, so top pair for Kevin, second pair for Sam. Action is on Greenwood.
Oh, he's gonna use the whole 30. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Ugh.
A continuation bet of 16,000.
Sam once again betting small into Kevin. Last time he folded to a shove.
Just a call. Return card. It's the 4 of hearts. Sam picks up a gut shot straight draw. Kevin's still a 4-1 favorite.
Since Sam picked up some outs, he might fire again.
91,000 in the middle. Roughly 1/3 pot, 30K.
Now Kevin's not the best player in the world, but I don't think he'll fold here.
He calls. We go to the river, which sees Kevin improve to top 2.
And Sam just may give this up now.
Ah, he's gonna use the whole 30 again.
He's checked. Kevin going for value, 70,000.
I like it.
Greenwood. Thoughts?
That's how you play a hand like a pro. Yeah, the aces? Yeah. I had aces. It was aces, guys. God damn it!
You nervous, bro?
Kevin just below the tournament average with a stack of 501,000. And we're heading to one of the two outer tables where we have three-way action. Justin Bonomo and Stephen Chidwick have checked the flop. It's now on Kerry Katz. He bets 26,000. Bonomo calls.
Hey, what's up, Altered Carbon?
Chidwick folds, heads up to the turn. The 5 of spades, the board gets flushier and straightier.
I think in general, this is gonna be a better card for Justin than it is for Kerry.
Check, check. River for free. Another spade, the 3 of that ilk.
Here it comes, the Bonomo lead.
80,000 into 115,000.
So unbelievable.
Sounds like this is gonna be a fold.
Well, he's played a time bank card. Gets an additional 30 seconds decision time.
I can beat 5-6.
What does Katz have?
Maybe. Arm spade.
Even if the turn and river didn't hit Justin, he knows it's supposed to hit him more often than Kerry, so he's gonna bet it. And now he really knows it didn't hit Kerry.
Thought he was folding there, but he's still thinking this over. 10 seconds left on the clock. That's a call. Bonomo tables 4-5. Kerry had a set of aces. Woo! So Bonomo tried to bluff the river. Katz found the hero call and is now up to 413,000.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Things not looking so good for the other businessman who bought in this morning. Bill Perkins needs to hit an ace or a king on the river. He misses and he is out.
Take care, bud. Take it. Yeah, so I got 6s, 10s here, I know.
Take it.
Don't feel too bad for Bill.
Oh, careful now. Well, Bill always makes the trip here to the Bahamas, and no doubt he'll be back in 2019 when the PCA plays host to the Players' Championship, set to be the biggest 25K event in poker history, with an extra $1 million added to first place and $8 million contributed to the prize pool. You could win free entry to this event. Make a note of the word on your screen. It's the first part of the password for a future Platinum Pass free roll on PokerStars. More details in the next episode. We are down to 20 in the Super High Roller at the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure 2018, where Kevin Hart is looking for his first live tournament cash.
That's how you play a hand like a pro.
Historically, recreational players have had good results in this event. Kerry Katz finished 4th for more than $500,000 back in 2013. And Dan Shack has been the runner-up twice, cashing for a combined $2 million and change. But despite some big scores for the amateurs, the trophy has always gone to a big-name pro.
It's somewhat comforting to me to know that I have the exact same number of Super High Roller trophies as Daniel Negreanu.
Well, the action is on Daniel at the secondary featured table. Queen 9 of clubs under the gun. Raises to 22,000. Folded to Seth Davis. He's out. Bryn Kenny folds the small blind. Dan Shack is in the big blind with aces.
People say aces are yummy.
A re-raise to 85,000.
Daniel loves hands like this. Dan Shack, however, not known for getting out of line too often.
Daniel will get to play all future streets in position. He calls the 3-bet, and we go to the flop, which could get Daniel into trouble. It's come queen high.
No, this is not good.
Shack is a 3-1 favorite with his overpair to the board. 182K in the pot. Shaq continuing. And betting big by the looks of things. That's 175,000. Near enough full pot.
I'm going to go ahead and say great instincts.
Daniel has top pair.
And lots of backdoors, which means this is at least going to the turn.
He makes the call. The turn card is a 9, 2 pair for Daniel.
Yeesh.
Shaq now a 4-1 underdog.
Not now, stock market.
I'm all in.
Gentleman moves all in.
You got queens?
Gentleman calls all in.
Got 2 pair.
And 2 pairs ahead. Wow. What did you call the flop?
I called.
He called the flop to try to hit 2 pair and crack aces.
What did you call the flop? Wow.
He did have top pair on the flop, to be fair. As things stand, Dan Shaq's going out unless he hits an ace, 8, or 5 on the river. Nope. He's out in 20th. And he's not happy.
Well played.
Thank you.
Probably should have taken that phone call.
I didn't bet enough on the flop.
Well, I mean, I had a top pair. I flopped the best card I could. Just fold.
But the pre-flop call was a little...
Daniel up to 1.3 million now. And another all-in over at the other table. Rainer Kemper racing with ace-king against Justin Bonomo's pocket nines. No ace or king on the flop. Or turn. Or river. Kemper out.
Well, he might have gone broke in a $100,000 buy-in tournament, but at least it wasn't to Kevin Hart.
Kemper's elimination takes us down to 18 players. And after delivering that KO, Justin Bonomo's stack is up to 809,000.
Check out that average. I didn't know Satan was in the field.
Well, let's head back to the main feature table, where the action has been folded to Kevin Hart. 8-7 suited. Tell you what, Joe, let's play this hand from Kevin's perspective. This could be the closest you ever get to being a Hollywood superstar.
You son of... All right, I'll do it.
He's raised to 25,000. Jean-Noel Thorel on the button.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm thinking of some amazing bits for my stand-up right now.
That's not what we meant. Focus on the poker. So Thorel has folded, Seidel has folded, David Peters in the big blind calls.
All right. I suggest we take a flop.
Sigh. Ace, 8, 3. Second pair for Kevin.
Now, some of the older books, hold on, Peter should check to us. Let's make sure that happens. There it is. Okay, some of the older books are going to make you think you should always be c-betting, but I actually like a check back here. Look at that.
King on the turn. Puts a flush draw out there. Peters checks a second time.
Check.
Kevin checks behind.
I'll allow it.
And the king of spades on the river. Paired board.
Free showdown? Huh? No.
57K into 62K.
Yeesh. Now, I know it looks like he's bullying us. It was almost a pot-sized bet, but this is almost always value.
57?
Kevin calls. And David Peters tables king 4 for trips.
Good hand.
Thank you.
Sick needle, Peters.
So should Kevin have c-bet the flop?
Oh, I see. Wow, what a jerk you are.
Just smart enough to reserve comment until I've seen all the hole cards. Meanwhile, it's man down.
Good luck.
We've just lost Nick Petrangelo.
Yeah, see you, boys.
Nicky, see you at the festa?
Eliminated by Chris Kruk.
He got crooked.
I love how you're trying to make that a thing.
Oh, it's a thing, baby.
Back to the feature table. Kevin has opened the action. He has raised from the cutoff with ace-queen. He's made it 25,000 to go, and the action is on Jean-Noel Thorel with queen 10 suited on the button. He's in.
Yeah, they're suited.
Eric Seidel has 10-9 suited in the small blind. He calls. which means Ivan Luka's getting a great price in the big with 9-6.
He's got by far the worst of it, but yeah, those are some pretty sweet pot odds.
How much? 25?
25,000 for them.
All right, a real pot.
All right, guys. What just happened? Are we going to see a flop?
Everyone's in this pot to go after that fish Seidel.
King, King, Jack. Kevin still has the best hand, ace high. Seidel checks his gut shot. Luka checks.
Check.
And Jean-Noel Thorel checks his up and down straight draw. Well, Thorel picks up a flush draw to go with his straight draw. Kevin's still ahead.
Is anyone gonna bet?
The answer is no.
Nobody wants to bluff into 3 people.
A 6 on the river, so Luka goes from worst to first.
How? He's thinking about betting.
15,000 into 106,000.
Wants that ace high call.
I fold, man.
No luck there. Queen high?
Which?
15,000.
Ooh. Nope.
Big red bluff.
He wasn't bluffing.
So Ivan Luka consolidates his chip lead. He has more than 2 million right now. But we need to head over to the secondary feature table where a former PCA Super High Roller champion is all in and behind. Steve O'Dwyer with ace queen against Bryn Kenny's pocket queens. So nothing flop. O'Dwyer looking for an ace. Still needs to hit one of his 3 outs with 1 card to come. It's a 7. O'Dwyer's out.
I must return to my vessel.
That's not the same accent as earlier.
Different fisherman.
So with Steve O'Dwyer out in 17th place, we are down to 16 players, down to the last 2 tables. It's time for another redraw. And look at them stacks. Bryn Kenny closing in on the 1 million mark now.
I love the game of poker, and I love Bryn Kenny.
And Kevin's made it to the top 16.
16 people left. I'm still mixing it up with these pros. Y'all suck. Oh, come on, please. Please. Come on.
Well, here's how the remaining players stack up. Ivan Luka's been chip leader for most of the day and currently has more than 2.2 million. Daniel Negreanu sits comfortably in second. Bryn Kenny currently 4th in chips. Well, Kevin Hart is right to keep those fingers crossed. He's in the bottom half of the leaderboard with fewer than 30 big blinds. Other shortish stacks include the reigning champ Jason Kuhn and Mustafa Kanit. Next time, will Kevin Hart make it into the money?
Who is it going to be? Somebody's going to double me up. Let me double up. Let me just pick up 1 hand. No volunteers? No volunteers. I'm going to go all in, guys. My name is Kevin Hart, which means I'm looking for a king of hearts.
I'm gonna be around. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon.